Back when the internet was still young, dial-up tones, GeoCities pages, and no social media to warn you who the jerks were, I was a student at a small junior college. I had just moved in with my girlfriend at the time, let's call her Lucy. It made sense. We both needed to save on rent, and things were good. Normal. Peaceful. Then, one night, Lucy said she was inviting a friend from one of her classes over for a game night. Sure. The more the merrier. A few other friends came, and surprisingly, this new girl, Sarah, turned out to be someone I'd gone to high school with. Not a close friend, but we got along. Easy laughs, good energy. After that night, Sarah became a regular fixture. Board games, movie nights, ramen-fueled hangouts. She even brought her boyfriend once or twice, and that's when things shifted.
His name was Jay.
And even from the first moment he walked in, something felt off. You know that feeling when someone enters a room and the air just thickens?
That was Jay.
He wasn't overtly rude. He didn't say anything offensive. But he made you feel unwelcome in your own home. Quiet, stone-faced, refusing to engage. Like we were all intruding on his time. The vibe died every time he showed up. He came over maybe twice. 3 times at most. But each time, it was clear. He didn't like being there. And honestly, none of us liked him being there either. But we tolerated him. For Sarah. Until the night she showed up shaking, mascara streaking down her cheeks, and whispered the words no one should ever have to say. He shoved me. It was a weeknight. I remember the buzz of our old microwave humming in the background as Sarah sat on the edge of our couch, knees pulled to her chest. Her voice trembled as she told Lucy everything. Jay had accused her of cheating, not with anyone specific, just paranoid, jealous nonsense. But he was livid that she kept coming to our place. Hanging out. Laughing. Having a life that didn't revolve around him. So when she tried to leave, he blocked the door.
Yelled.
Called her disgusting names. And when she tried to push past him, he shoved her.
Hard.
She fell backward over a coffee table, bruising her back and tailbones so badly she could barely sit. Lucy later told me she saw the bruise, dark, angry, spreading like ink beneath her skin. Sarah, still loyal in spite of it all, said it was the first time. That it was probably an accident.
But I saw through that.
And I was furious. Let me be clear. I'm not a violent guy. I'm big, sure. Built like a linebacker. But I've never thrown a punch in my life. Still, in that moment, I wanted to destroy him. And I knew exactly how. See, I worked part-time in the administration building on campus. Student-employee gig. Boring stuff, mostly sorting paperwork, updating files, answering phones. But I had access to class schedules, student IDs, enrollment records. And Jay was a foreign student, which meant if he dropped below a certain number of units, he could lose his visa. His ability to stay in the country depended entirely on staying enrolled full-time. Suddenly, I wasn't powerless anymore. I waited until the very last day you could drop or add classes without a penalty. Back then, we didn't have fancy online portals. You had to call into a special phone line with a dedicated student PIN and ID. I knew the number. I knew his ID. I had everything I needed. So I picked up the phone, sitting at a school desk, heart thudding like a drum in my ears, and dropped every single one of Jay's classes. Then, for good measure, I added every class I could find that came with an extra course fee.
Why?
Because at our school, if you had an unpaid balance, even a few bucks, you couldn't access your transcripts, register, or do anything. You were stuck in academic purgatory until that balance was paid. He wouldn't even know what hit him.